Hey everybody, Sirturmund here again. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well. So today I wanted to bring you guys kind of like a classic. So with all these mid-range decks running around, one of the ways to counter them, I think in my opinion, is freezes. Freezes, calling strikes, etc. And what better way to do that than the classic Ashe Noxus freeze deck? Now, for those of you who have not played around for a while, so the way that this deck works is that you're relying on Ashe, and the classic and the most recent one has been Ashe on LeBlanc, right? So you think of Ashe on LeBlanc, you're freezing units, you're picking them off by getting good trades with the Glory Seeker and the Ashe combo, as well as being able to settle for Calling Strikes and Reckonings to be able to kind of clear opponent's board. Now, this deck is kind of like a rehash of that. I believe that Gnar was playing this on stream the other day, so that's why I ended up getting the idea. But here we replace the LeBlanc for the Gnar, because Gnar is just much better than LeBlanc and gives us some draw, some more draw than we need. It can also be a nice overwhelm unit that can give people vulnerable to be able to allow us to pick them up because of our big units. But the rest of our deck is built in such a way that we're freezing opponents or having our opponents be so big that the opponents cannot get through to us, right? So that's how you usually beat scouts. You beat scouts by just having so many units that are so big. So think of like the Yeti that you get from Sentry. It's very hard for the scouts players to be able to beat a 5/5 unit. You have stuff like Harvard to be able to buff the rest of your units. You know, like they just can't get through your beefy board. And then against stuff like Pantheon and Saber Action, you have stuff like Flash Freeze, you have stuff like Brutal Steel, Ice Ball Archer, and even Ashe herself, so you just start picking up the opponent, right? And then you can set that up with like a Calling Strike or a Reckoning to be able to finish them off, or you know, just pick them up with the Glory Seeker, etc. So a really fun deck if you want to counter all those Demacia decks that are running around right now, and just in general to counter kind of a lot of the mid-range decks. Now, the deck does struggle a lot versus control. So that's why you didn't see this deck be so popular in recent metas, because you have stuff like Feel the Rush, you have stuff like Darkness, just being so popular. And we do struggle versus those decks, right? Because they're able to just Vengeance our units, they're able to, you know, Vengeance our Ashe, Vengeance our Gnar, be able to Ruination in some cases, can clear our whole board. So it ends up not working out too well. Although we do have some tools to be able to deal with stuff like Veigar, because we have Calling Strikes, right? We have Reckoning to be able to deal with Ascena potentially, but it's still very, very tough. The favorite thing about this deck, and the most important thing, is that you end up drawing a lot of cards because of Tri-Faring Assessor. This is the key card of this deck. You want to be able to set it up so that you're usually getting 2 to 3 draws from this deck, as you from this card, as you see in some of the games below, where Tri-Faring Assessor just straight up won us the game just because of how much bodies you can draw. It's such a good card for this deck style, to the point that that's why I like the Abaros and Hearthguard, because it makes everything, like it even makes the Assessor a 5/4 to allow her to be able to draw for herself when she comes down. But yeah, so again, really fun deck. Really good way to control the board against those mid-range decks if you want to try it out. Usually when I sit down to record a video, it usually takes me like an hour or more, because usually, you know, I'm getting wins, I'm getting losses. I sat down today, and in my recording session, I literally just went 5-0, just like that. Just picked up the deck and went 5-0, and got through Diamond 2 all the way to Diamond 1, as you'll see in this video. So yeah, I think the deck is actually very well positioned right now. So I'm actually excited to kind of try out this deck a lot more, as long as I don't see, you know, a lot of control players running around. But again, feels really strong right now. So I hope you enjoyed the games, and if you enjoyed the games, please make sure to like the video below and also subscribe. It will really help us out a lot as we try to get to 1,000 subscriber goal. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all at the end of the video. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Elise Kindred with Noxus. So this is gonna probably be I think I know exactly what this is. This is gonna be just Sentinels, right? The Brutal Steel is not bad. I don't like the Ice Ball Archer that much, but I feel like I should keep it. Okay, we ended up with the Glory Seeker. That's much better, right? If this is what I think it is, then it is going to be like Sentinels. The problem here is that our units are going to die to like Battlefish, right? So we do have to be careful when we summon these units. It would have been a lot better if we get one of these to be buffed with the Armor Hawk instead of what's happening right now, where we have both of them in the field at once. Because we definitely want to have one of these as a way to be able to kill like a Kindred. Okay, I mean we also have the Cunning Strike now, which is not bad. I'm gonna summon one of them right now. If he has the Battle Feast, I'm gonna take the Battle Feast right now. I want to be mana efficient. No reason not to do him right now. And actually, it's probably better for us to bait out the Battle Feast while the opponent doesn't have Kindred on the field. I'm gonna pass. I mean, I do have to rush eventually, right? Because eventually he's gonna probably get to like a Ledger's win condition. But it's not the end of the world. Oh, this is huge. The fact that we hit that with the fact that we hit this with the Omen Hawk is huge. Because now this is gonna draw because of itself. So we're drawing 3 cards next turn. Now this is a little bit risky now because if he has Kindred right here, I guess he can just do the Sentinel instead. We do have access to Cunning Strike, which is pretty nice. Yeah, let's kill it. Let's stop him from drawing. Let's stop him from drawing. If he has a second glimpse, that's okay. That means he only gets value from one of them. We can still kill that Sentinel next turn. I mean, I guess he's just gonna probably Battle Feast this. But the Sentinel, our units are gonna be big enough that we can avoid the Sentinel. I think we just open up. If he doesn't do the Battle Feast right here, we just open up with the Assessor so we can get a 3 draw. He didn't do it. So we're just gonna get our 3 draw right here before she dies. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have enough resources to last us a lifetime. The problem is, do the play Ruination. If this is my list, then they shouldn't, right? But they will have flocks. So he can trade here because he'll be able to just flock our units. Which I guess is not the best thing in the world either. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna freeze this one so that this one is not vulnerable to a Battle Feast. Because he looks like he's trying... I mean, I don't want to die to a whale, right? So it's looking like he's setting this one up to just be able to kill it with like a whale. To kill our whole board with the whale. Obviously, he committed a vengeance there. Him committing a vengeance there is huge for us. It's one less vengeance we have to worry about for the Ashe. Here's the question. Are we going to greed out the huge draw next turn? I mean, we might actually not have enough hand space if we actually greed out the draw. I'm gonna do the Ashe. I'm gonna do the Ashe. This is drawing us 4. We're gonna have 3, 6, 7. Actually, we're gonna overdraw. We're actually gonna overdraw. Ironically. Like, if we play the Assessor, we actually overdraw next turn. Probably not great. We have a Vengeance, so again, he could have a Battle Feast right here. Or Scorched Earth. Okay. I'm gonna play around a whale. I think the whale is a little bit too scary. He's gonna give this for me for free, and that's okay with me too. I don't mind using that freeze right now. She's gonna be leveling up the Ashe. Still think we need to play around a whale, so I think I'm just gonna settle for the 3 draw. Oh, he's gonna try to Scorch Earth this, right? I mean, sorry, flock this, right? Wait, what? Why? I'm confused. I'm very confused now. I actually kind of like the Hearthguard better than the Assessor right now, just so that when we draw, we're drawing stuff that's buff. I guess that's a little bit annoying. We could still freeze. I'm gonna wait for him to tap out of 5 mana. I think I need to play around the well. Okay, he decides to do it this way. So we go ahead and do it this way. I'm gonna get it on one of these guys. I don't think I care about the Elise that much. If he wants to go ahead and, you know, kill the Elise, that's fine. The bots, do we need to save that? I don't think we do. I think we just go ahead and pull this way. He's gonna try to kill this, and then we're just gonna do the troll shit. And now we kill his whole board. Next so we can do the Assessor and refill our whole hand. And we definitely want to open with the Assessor. We got another Assessor as well. I guess we'll open it with the bigger Assessor first, right? Block. Okay, I mean, I guess we can do the Glory Seeker here. Again, I am a little bit scared of a whale. But I think I'm okay if I do it this way. I need to be worried about like a... I need to be worried.
These are our lands.
Because I probably don't want to take any damage on the... I think I just not going to take any damage here. Because we could die to a flock, right? We could also just pass. I think passing is fine. I think passing is fine. Let's just get our draw. Let's just get our draw here so that we refill our whole hand. And then we just open attack with a level up Ashe. We could actually percent lethal right here if the opponent has nothing. Because we could percent lethal by leveling up the Ashe and doing this. Because he's going to freeze that one. Yeah. And then we're also going to have this available for us. I think it's Trolshan. So I think it's Trolshan better than the freezes. Yeah, I think the Trolshan is better than the freeze. So this is presenting lethal already. The reason I did it this way is so that we could play like around a Battle Feast. So now he has to Battle Feast the other one right here. This is presenting a lot of damage. And this is already Reputation, by the way, so we could rally again. And we have enough mana to do rally plus a second Ashe. To be able to do the same thing all over again. Because these two are never going to be blockers. Vengeance? Vengeance is not going to matter, because again, we can just resummon the second Ashe. What we need to play around is another Vengeance, right? So if the opponent has one more Vengeance, we lose. He needs to have blockers here, right? I think we just summon the second Ashe as well. Just so that we play around anything else he might have. And here we go. Ooh! Those two Hearthguards were crazy. Our units became so big, and us hitting those Assessors was amazing. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Freljord, Shadow Owls, Gnar, Trundle, Elise. So this is innate as well. Alright, so I have a hunch of what this deck is. It's like a control deck that then does FTR and stuff like that. The Glory Seeker feels bad because we don't have a way to buff her. I feel like I need to keep the Assessor, but I'm gonna kick it out right now and see what we get instead. Like, Halfguard is pretty good if we're able to... The problem is our hand is really heavy right now, right? Okay, Gnar. Yeah, our hand is like super heavy right now. If we get the 3-drop, would be really nice as well. The Aberration Trapper. Not Trapper. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. 3, 6, 8. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna draw here. No reason not to. We have nothing else to do with our mana. I think here we can do the Gnar. Problem is that he's gonna have his own Gnar, right? So he's probably just gonna level up his Gnar right here. I think I'm okay giving my Gnar vulnerable. I think I'm gonna save the Ashe for later. Okay. I mean, I also don't mind that. Question here, is it Hearthguard? Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that we could draw that after we did the Hearthguard. Is it the Hearthguard or is it the Ashe? Because if he has another unit here, it's gonna make me commit something else. If we don't summon the Ashe right here, we're delaying the Ashe level up. I think I'm gonna do the Ashe. If he has a second vengeance, then that's a problem. Well, that means he's used already both vengeances. Like the hard card would have been very good too. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like I might need to level up Ashe. So this would allow us to at least get one freeze in for free with the Ashe without having to commit any of our spells. If he summons Trundle, we can just freeze the Trundle and we can British steal the second one, right? So we have to British steal the Sentry so that we don't die to Battlefield. Now his Gnar is not good in this matchup because we have a lot of freezes, right? So there, now we're 2 out of 4 from leveling up the Ashe, right? And we got a second Ashe in our hand. Now we can do the Sentry and still keep. Now we can do the Harp Gun and still keep the 3 mana in our hand. If he passes, I think I'm still doing the Harp Gun, even if he has Ruination. If he has Ruination, I'd rather bait it out right now than later. Let's just kill it right now. If he's gonna give this to me, that's fine. That's another proc to our Whisper Words as well. This is still at 4. Again, I'm assuming that he has Ruination right here, and if he does it, I'm okay with that. I'd rather just bait it out right now. Oh, just a Battle Piece. Okay, so that's not a Ruination. Doom Beast. I think we're just gonna draw. I think let's take advantage of the fact that we have 2 5-drops on the field, and let's draw right now. Before we lose them. Here, like I said, we can just level up the Ashe, right? Is it worth it? With 5 mana. Guess it's worth it, huh? Or we could just kill the Trundle. Because he's gonna be able to level up the Trundle next turn. No, let's push the damage through. Let's push the damage through and just call it a day. Let's just level up the Ashe. We have the Ashe arrow next turn to be able to freeze his whole board if we need to. We have a second Ashe in our hand, so we could start potentially setting off for lethal. We have a way to freeze. Like, when he develops the Ice Pillar, we can just do the Ice Pillar Archer on the Trundle. Okay, we baited out his freeze at least. We're still pushing 4 damage. So that baited out his freeze. We can do the Ice Pillar Archer here. We have Trojan to have the Ashe survive. And we could just kill that Trundle now. We could just let Ashe die. I don't know if that's actually a good play though. Why Doom Beast? Why is he playing Doom Beast in this list? We could potentially just done the Culling Strike right here, to be honest. Because now he could just pass back here. I mean, passing back would be bad for him too though, right? Because he's leaving the Ashe alive. Like, isn't this pretty bad for him? Because now we just do this, and he has to kill the Ashe, otherwise he loses the game. Like, because the Ashe attack is going to freeze whatever unit he summons. Why didn't he try to go after the Ashe last time? And if we keep enough mana for a Reckoning, we can just clear his whole board. I'm confused. He still has... So we have exactly 10. So we still have enough to do Reckoning.
I will unite the Freljord.
So he has to have Vengeance here, right? Three Sisters. So then we just clear his whole board with Reckoning and call it a day. I guess the problem here is that we are also losing our own units, right? So the Reckoning kills 2 of our own units. I think this is fine. I think this is the best Reckoning that we can get. Kills the Trundle, kills his whole board. We still push 5. We still have 2 Avaros, and we have some draw here as well. Oh, that's huge. That's actually huge. We're not worried about Atrocity. All we need to do is just... Yeah, I mean, we can just do the Trapper. Sure. We do the Assessor.
Earn the right to call themselves Trifarian.
Draw into the Enraged Yeti. And we're presenting lethal right here already on the open attack. I think we open. I think we always open to play around Ruination. So here he already had used a 1/3 Sisters, and he already used a Flash Freeze, right? So it was very likely for him to have more options there. If we didn't open with the free, if we didn't open attack, we would have just completely lost the game to Ruination. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Pantheon Yuumi. So this is the matchup that we kind of wanted to test this deck against, right? Just because Pantheon Yuumi should be struggling versus this deck. As much as I like the Hearth card, I think we have to try to look for our freezes or for a way to block the Mountain Goat in turn 2, right? We probably want to save the Archer for later, though. It's a little bit unfortunate. It's a little bit of an awkward hand, right? Because if he has the Mountain Goat right here... Oh, perfect. No Mountain Goat is huge. Because now we can summon the Trapper. And we're always going to have the Archer for another turn later down the road, right? Obviously, attacking into this means we just lose to like a sharp side or a pale. I think it's better to just first to pass. Forcing to have to use it on his attack, right?
You've been following me?
What if we just Troshan right here? This puts it to 3, this puts us to 5. He could have a sharp sight, but we get the pokey stake back and we still hurt him as much as possible. Yeah, that's the sharp sight. I think I'm always willing to take this. Because I feel like at this point I just need to damage that guy, right? I think at this point, as long as we damage it, we might be okay. It might have been risky though. It might have been a little bit too risky to do it that way. We also have the Reckoning at any time to be able to stop, to be able to kill him. If he passes and just passing back, again, it's just giving us more time to do what we need to. Unfortunately, hand is a little bit awkward though. Our hand is a little bit awkward, unfortunately. We could have just blocked with the Jetty to make him have less health. Don't know how good that actually would have been. See what he does here. Okay. So now what?
Cast off your fear and stand as one.
The problem is single combat, right? So we get punished too hard by a single combat. I like this play. I like this play. The problem is we need the Yeti to survive, right? We need the Yeti to survive to be able to actually do the Reckoning. Not only that, but the rest of our units are gonna die. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like this now before he can get this to be over 3 health. So that he cannot get this over 3 health, right? He's gonna kill the archer, I'm guessing? Or he's gonna go like this. Well, he shouldn't have a way to kill. So I'm actually okay with this. Yes, I'm actually okay with this. He needs to have Pale Cascade, right? To save that dragon.
Your scars will be repaid in full.
He needs to have exactly Pale Cascade or another Sharpsight to save this dragon. Otherwise, he's losing all 3 units. Bastion? That doesn't save it, right? Yeah, that doesn't save it. You know we have Pokestick in our hand, opponent. He just did the Bastion for free. This is a huge swing. This is why I love Reckoning, guys. That's a huge swing. We still have plenty of draw here. We still have plenty of draw here as well.
Where'd we end up this time, book?
Let's just draw now. We have access to Calling Strike and Brittle Steel. I'm kind of scared of a Pantheon though, right? We'll do this. We have Trollshan, we have Brittle Steel, right? This is not gonna do anything for you. Because at this point, I'm thinking we have to trigger the Reputation, right? Eventually, he's gonna die. That's another Yuumi. Do we want to save this? I think we do. I think I want to save this. And potentially kill the Yuumi right here. Yes. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and kill the Yuumi right here. Might as well. Forcing to have to do something. He could single combat this to kill it. But that's still a single combat that we use up. That doesn't do anything, opponent. That only gives +1. Calling Strike does 3. So he just lost another Yuumi? Okay, I think the opponent, his plays are very confusing to me. Okay, we get to fill our whole hand up. Oh my god, that Reckoning, guys. And that's why my logo is Reckoning. It's such a fun spell when you can get it off like that. Oh my goodness. GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Lurk. Okay, so obviously we have the freezes to stop a Rek'Sai attack. I don't think Calling Strike is ever going to be good in this game. I think we need blockers. We need early blockers. Oh, this is a very bad hand. This is a very, very bad hand. Okay, the Trapper just made it a little bit better. But we have none of our freezes or Trollshans. We have really expensive draw here. All we have is like a Glory Seeker that can't really... I mean, she can kill stuff, but she can't block. At least he started with the Chronomancer, so it's not a big deal. We have to hope that we get the enriched Yeti. He pulled the Rek'Sai already, okay. So we need to hope that we get the Yeti, like, right away. Okay, we have a Flash Freeze at least. So the Flash Freeze is pretty good. He's probably not gonna attack, because he's gonna be scared of me being able to pull anything with his with that thing. So we just pass. If he doesn't want to develop, that's okay with us. We didn't get the Yeti. I mean, we can guarantee that we get the Yeti right here at least. Do I need to do that? I guess that's the question. Do I need to guarantee that I get the Yeti? I think I do. I think we need to have the Yeti as a blocker. Oh my god, we got another card that's not really that useful, huh? Because then next turn we can draw 2. We can block this one with the Trapper, keep our 5 health units alive. I mean, sorry, our 5 attack units alive. So, how does he do this? Now, if he also rolled a Pike here, then that would be very annoying. Like, Pike would be really annoying. I think at this point, okay, he's gonna go ahead and kill this. All right. I'm surprised he didn't use that. This is telling me that that's gonna be like a Pike, guys. That's my fear. We just summon this. He's gonna always be scared because of the Seeker to develop anything. Oh, I guess he went ahead and did the Cersei Collar no matter what. Alright, that's fair. I'm gonna go ahead and get my attack in then. If you have the Pike, you have the Pike. Now we know he has Rek'Sai. We don't know the last card that he lurked. I didn't keep track of his hand, unfortunately. I got a little bit distracted, which makes it really difficult. We have 2 freezes. So this is the one that he just did last turn. We have a blocker for that with the Sentry. He obviously needs to attack, right? So he obviously needs to attack. So how did you do this, opponent? Rek'Sai. I'm not gonna let the Rek'Sai attack. I think it's actually better to just kill her. I'm not gonna let her attack. Now we get punished here if the opponent has a Bone Skewer. I don't think he does. So I'm gonna do this, because now he's gonna force him to have to attack with one of his other 2 units. So he's gonna have a bad trade right here. Like this. He's gonna attack with the Cersei Collar. If he attacks with this, we just block for free. That's another card that he just lurked that could be Pike. Again, the biggest problem right here is going to be Pike. We'll do the Assessor. So whatever this card is a problem. We also already had the Reputation trigger. That's huge. We have a Flash Freeze to stop this. We have a blocker for that. You could have the Joltfish right here. Not a Joltfish. I mean, we still have the Flash Freeze. As long as we keep in mind for the Flash Freeze, I think we can just do the Trapper. I think the Trapper is much better. Because we're going to draw that pretty quickly because of the Assessors. As long as we have the Freezes, I don't see how he wins, right? He didn't do the Joltfish there. So we're not too concerned about most of the things that he might have. We could literally just draw right here. We could try to draw it. I don't know if that's worth it. I think it has to be. I think it has to be us getting the Yeti. Ashe is huge. Ashe is gonna just win us again next turn, right? Well, close to it. We trade with one of these. We freeze the other one. Just gonna kill this Assessor. That's... Ooh. That's a Rek'Sai. So if that's a Rek'Sai, am I supposed to keep the freeze? Wow. Am I supposed to actually keep the freeze now? I don't think we are. I think we just have to hope that we draw into more freezes down the line. Because at this point, I cannot afford to Wow.
Faster than my arrow?
Wow. That's huge. We'll do the assessor right now because we're gonna actually just sacrifice this Ashe. Oh wait, this is huge, right? Because we can attack with everything here. We could just level her up, to be honest. So if we level her up, he's gonna lose 2 blockers, allowing us to push 12 damage, but we're gonna lose the Ashe in the process. If we don't level her up, we can save the Ashe. I think it's better to just save the Ashe. I think it's better to just save the Ashe because we have the Bitter still here to kill whatever he blocks with. And then we get the Ashe arrow next turn, right? Allowing us to completely kill the rest of his allowing us to freeze the rest of his board, right? Because he's gonna want to develop the Rek'Sai. So the Ashe arrow is gonna completely stop the Rek'Sai. As well as stopping the other 2 Doombreakers, right? Because they all have 1 health. So he's gonna need to open attack here. And I don't think that's gonna be enough, right? So he needs to open, but he's only doing 5. As long as we have the arrow, he just loses. As long as we have the arrow, he just loses. Like, we don't have to do anything here. He needs to commit the Rek'Sai. Because this leaves us at 1. And we clear his whole board. And 1 HP is still, like, perfect for us. We know one of his cards is Rek'Sai. So this protects us against the Snapjaw. And he can't do anything about it. Yeah, like, he needed to commit the Rek'Sai. But he knew we had the Ashe arrow in our hand. So if he commits the Rek'Sai, his whole attack is gone. That's why that Ashe draw was so important. So yeah. GG's. And there you go. We got to Diamond 1 finally. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Scouts. Okay, so this should be at least it used to be a good matchup for us. Kind of like this whole hand, to be honest. My problem is that it's a little bit slow without us. Like, not having the Glory Seeker might be too much of a concern. So maybe we hard mulligan for the Glory Seeker. Yeah, let's hard mulligan for the Glory Seeker or Trollshins. Okay. Not great, not bad though. We kind of pretty much had the same hand back. Look at this. Literally, it's like we didn't mulligan anything away. The Trapper is great. The Trapper is a great blocker, as well as summoning us another 1-cost unit. My problem with the rest of this hand is that these cards are going to come in a little bit too late, right? If by the time these cards come down, if he has a misfortune, he's already going to be too far ahead of us for us able to do anything. Here he can potentially do another 5 or 4 damage if he opens attack. Open attacks. Just a little bit unfortunate. Yeah. Because now here he can just open, or if he summons the misfortune, he'll be able to kill the Avarosian Trapper, right? Second Trapper is not bad though. This is all we can do. No matter what, we're gonna take 4 damage. And if he has a Broadwing, we actually just lose because the freeze doesn't do anything. He's getting so lucky we don't have the Culling Strike. Like, if we had Culling Strike, that play gets punished so badly. And look at that, we drew it on our next turn. That's great. That's oh man, we could literally just kill the Broadwing and being able to just block one of the other ones with. That's unfortunate. So here we just do this. If it blocks with this, we can Pokey Stick this away. He decides to go that way. I think we always Pokey Stick first. Although it might be better to just pokey stick one of the other stuff, no? I think I'm gonna pokey stick the navigator instead. Like, yeah, this is gonna die. We're gonna draw a Yeti next turn, by the way, because the two cards that we drew were Calling Strike and Omenhawk. If he wants to give us this, I'm okay with that as well. Because now we have a pokey stick that we can do on this. And I guess it doesn't matter, right? Which way we do it. We can just pokey stick any of the other units. Giving us access to the pokey stick kind of sucks for him, though. We can also summon the second trapper right here. So it has to go this way. I think we don't commit the pokey stick. I think we actually just let this go. He's playing like he has a way to protect against the pokey stick. So he was playing like he has sharp sight. So I'm gonna put him on having sharp sight more than anything else that round. So now here we can just do the pokey stick to open. And we're gonna have so many blockers that he shouldn't have a way to do anything, right? So now if he wants to save this, yep, he's gonna have to do it right now. So there you go. He had the Ranger's Result to protect against the pokey stick. Now we have a great way. We have blockers for everything, right? So we have blockers for everything. The concern here is gonna be, is the opponent, like, we probably need to kill one of these guys. We probably need to kill one of these guys right now. Yeah, I think we always have to kill one of them. Because we can just call and strike something else next time. We have blockers for all his fearsome attackers. We got the British still a little bit too late. British still would have been amazing last time. He decides to go this way. Meaning that he lets us freeze Calling Strike. So one of them is gone. The second one we just block. And now his attack is a lot worse. Next time we can do Ashe and start pushing damage this way. Now we did have to commit 2 cards right here. I think we just block with the Omenhawk. Like, we also get to draw. We're gonna have the reputation is gonna trigger. Like, this attack is actually ends up being bad for him. Yep, our reputation is gonna trigger next turn, so we even get another Calling Strike. So now we can kill the Citria for free. We cannot attack with a Hearthguard, unfortunately. I guess the problem here is that he's going to be able to kill the Ashe, right? I think he's fine. I think losing the Ashe is going to be a worthy sacrifice. So that we can call and strike that Citria. We still get the reputation trigger, allowing us to draw whatever we need to. I don't want to call and strike this. I need to definitely call and strike the Citria, right? Actually, call and strike will lose to a sharp side, so we definitely just have to let the Ashe go. We'll do this. We still have freezes for the Valor, and we have blockers for everything. Double sharp sight. No way. Okay. I guess we get punished by the double sharp sight. Does he have enough attackers to kill us? Not as long as we have the British Steel, right? Not as long as we have the British Steel and we also have the Troll Shell. We can refill our whole hand. We have blockers for everything. Yeah, the British Steel plus the Troll Shell is going to help out a lot here. He's going to have to sacrifice his Queen. I mean, I guess not, right? Oh, wait, why didn't he pull? He needed to pull. He definitely needed to pull. Like there's no card that he has in his hand that's gonna save him now. And we just do half guard and then do the draw so that we can draw bigger units. Even if he has a rally here, it's not gonna matter. Yeah, there you go. And now we draw buffed up cards. We get the Glory Seeker. We draw a little bit more next turn again. And we even have the Tactician now. Look how much our hand is getting refilled right here. I think it's just this, right? Yeah, I think it's just this, and then we kill the Citra. Reckoning, killing his whole board. Gonna have a way to kill us from here. Woo! That was pretty good. It was a little bit scary at first, but we ended up pushing through and being able to push the lethal that we needed. So yeah, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you kind of see how much work Trifarian Ancestors puts in. Like, sometimes you can just draw ridiculous amounts of cards. And then the other key card that's one of my favorite cards in all Legends of Runeterra is Reckoning. There's a reason why this is the logo that I love to use for my YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, etc. I used to love playing this card and just destroying opponents with Reckoning. And you kind of saw that a couple times today in some of the games that we play, how Reckoning just completely destroyed their board after they had almost no attacks, no power in the units. In terms of mulligan, I definitely you want to keep the Omen Hawk. I like keeping the Glory Seeker, and I like keeping the Trapper. So those three, I keep them almost every single time. Depending on the matchup, I also might keep Gnar. Or depending on the matchup, I also might keep some stuff like Trollshan or British Steel. If I see that I'm going against like another Gnar that I know they want to be able to attack, then British Steel can be huge because British Steel is able to freeze the Gnar since he only has 3 health. And Calling Strike can be really good as well if you're going against something that you know you need to remove that has 3 attack or less. But yeah, so aside from that, you know, the rest is just going to be trying to get some draws and going from there and kind of seeing how it goes. But anyways, hope you enjoyed these games. Remember to like the video if you did, and also subscribe. We post LOR videos every single day. We also stream on Twitch at Sirturmund, where you can find us streaming about 3 to 4 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And you can also find us in our Discord group and Twitter. You can find the links for those in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.